Well, as you saw, the other top-scoring part of the UK in terms of the size of the public sector, at almost 70% of GDP, is Wales. I'm joined now by Eurfyl ap Gwilym, who's Deputy Chairman of the Principality Building Society, in which august position he's also Plaid Cymru's Senior Economic Advisor. Now, Mr ap Gwilym, 70% of GDP, do you think that's sustainable?
Well, let's get a couple of things in perspective, first of all. The 70% is predicated on an estimate of total spending, which I would have disputes with, by the way. But if you take the facts of spending, identifiable public expenditure per capita, take the Treasury figures. In Wales, it's 112% of the UK average. In London, it's 115%. It's higher in London than in Wales. So whilst it's higher than the UK average, it's not that much higher. The problem in Wales, as the earlier part of your programme indicated, is that the private sector is too weak. But you're not going to strengthen the private sector by slashing public expenditure.
Right, so your answer is that it's sustainable?
No, because let's get this clear. None of the current UK finances are sustainable. That's why Labour is planning big cuts in public expenditure. All the parties are.
But
no, hang on. No, let me finish my point. No. You let me finish my point. No, you let me finish my point.
No.
I've taken the UK Treasury figures.
I wanted to ask you about something that is in your manifesto. You apparently say that there shouldn't be any cuts at all in Wales. That in fact, we should get more money.
We do not say that. What we said, we recognise, in fact, I did the estimate that over the next 3 years under Labour government plans, the money coming to the Welsh Assembly is going to be cut by £2.8 billion. What we have said is we want a fair funding formula. There was an independent commission in Wales last year that said we were being underfunded by £300 million a year.
So you
that's
do.
Only £300 million, by the way, and that's what we're asking for. We recognise there are going to be cuts in Wales.
Despite having just told me you want. You are asking for more money.
We're asking that we get the fair share of the money that should be allocated to Wales.
So you are asking for more money?
We're asking for a fair share.
Can you explain why it is, given that per capita Wales receives more than any English region?
No, we don't. London gets 115% of identifiable public expenditure. You look at the PISA report from the Treasury that came out last week.
I'm looking at the Treasury figures. I have them in front of me.
What does it say for London?
What
does it say for London per capita? Yes,
per capita.
Yeah, go on. The index. Give me the index. There's a table.
You want this? This is the one. Yeah, I'll give you that. Sure.
115% of the UK average. Correct?
No, it isn't.
115%.
There are thousands of statistics here.
No. Well, do your homework.
We're looking at 7. I have done my homework.
Well, why don't you see the 115% index then? And Wales at 112.
You're referring to a more congenial chart. I'm looking at the figure per head.
Yes.
Is that the one you're looking at?
Go on then, yes.
Right. 9,464, correct?
I haven't got it in front of me now. You tell me.
You haven't got it in front of you.
No, is that the Wales number or the London number?
No, that's the London number, according to that set of figures.
Right, and what's the Wales number?
I want to ask you...
What's the Wales number?
God. Right, I will go
Well, you're picking me up on numbers, so I'm telling you it's 115% of the UK average in London, 112% in Wales.
Well, I don't have that chart in front of me.
Well, you ought to have it in front of you if you've done your homework. Before you start saying that spending in Wales is much, much higher than every other part of the UK.
No, I did not say
untrue.
that. I'm sorry, you've just misquoted me. I said than any English region.
Right, well, London's in England, I think, isn't it?
And it's not an English region.
It is. If you look at the Treasury figures, it's analysed as a region.
Right, so
correct?
You are...
Is it there? You've got London figures, but you've got the North East of England.
I have a chart here. It's clearly not the one that Plaid Cymru produces.
No, I'm talking about the Treasury figures. It's brought out on April the 22nd.
What I don't understand is why you're so reticent about this claim that you're being underpaid.
Because I'm not reticent at all. If you look at, there was an independent commission last year in Wales, the Wholesome Commission, set up by the government, 3 distinguished economists, independent expert. They did their analysis. They looked at spending in Wales as if it was treated as a region of England, we would be getting an extra £300 million a year. That's their work, not mine, their figure.
But your whole point is that you are not a region of England.
No.
Your objective is independence, isn't it?
In the long term, absolutely.
So what's the relevance of a comparison with England?
Because at the moment all the taxes we pay go to London, then they're dispersed back to us. We're debating how those are dispersed back to us.
All right. This is a very simple question. If you achieve your ambition of independence, are you seriously maintaining that you could then spend more money in the public sector in Wales?
No, because independence is a medium to long-term aspiration. And what we have to do, by the way,
that
is
wasn't my question.
No, and I'm saying, well, I'm answering your question. We need to get our economy moving. There's no doubt the private sector in Wales is weak. It's too weak. It needs to be improved. But the question is, are we going to improve that by in a differentiated way, targeting Wales for higher cuts than the UK average cuts? We know there are going to be big cuts in Wales. I've said my estimate is 2.8 billion over 3 years. The Wales Audit Office, an independent body, came up with a projection of 3 billion in real terms. We know there are going to be those cuts in Wales. What we're saying is we can't see the Tory policy of making cuts over and above that at this time makes sense.
OK, Mr Gwilym, thank you.
Thank you.
Well,